That's where I saw it, that tree line right up there.
Right up in that tree line. That's where I saw it. And then it was walking along there, and it just sort of looked over here, and then it walked into the darkness of the forest.
I saw movement, and at first I thought it was a bear, and then it was too big to be a bear. It was gigantic. My neighbor saw it first. He said that it was huge. It was out in this field out here. That's where my neighbor saw it. It was out there in the field. He said it came out of the woods, walked through that tall grass a little bit, and then he started his car, it looked at him, and then took off back that way. But that's where he saw it. Another neighbor said that they saw the Sasquatch by my barn. I'm 100% sure I'm gonna get this on video. It's gigantic. It's a gigantic creature. I went out there to that tree line and checked. My neighbor's right. It's like 10 feet tall. It would have to be 10 feet tall. And the other thing that my neighbor said was that it's huge. It's absolutely huge, just like its girth. It's massive. And I was like, well, how big do you think? And this is what he said, and he's right. He said, think about like the size of a rhinoceros. Now, a rhinoceros is about 4,000 or 5,000 pounds, I think, and that's how big the creature was. It's absolutely massive creature. I have video cameras set up. I'm 100% sure I can get this Bigfoot on video. I'm 100% sure. The other thing that, now I wasn't that close, but my neighbor was fairly close. And this is also what he said, besides the rhinoceros comment. He said it was moving its mouth, which, you know, animals that have mouths, they'll move their mouths. That it looked like it was like saying something, like grumbling something as it took off. Like it looked at him, and then that's what he said. He said it looked like it was talking or saying something. So if I could get it on video, and I have enough cameras up, maybe we can get, you know, more than one together communicating. That's what my hope is. My hope is that Bigfoot and Sasquatch do talk and do have language skills. Why not? A gorilla can learn sign language, a chimp, an orangutan, a gray parrot understands language. Some animals do, some animals don't. Dogs do not have language. They have no language skills. They're hearing tone. That's what they hear. It's all about tone. So a dog that's trained, an English person trains a dog, a German person could handle the dog using German language. It's just a fact. They don't understand language. That's not what it's about. But some animals do, and that's what my hope is that the Sasquatch, we could communicate to the Sasquatch. But it's my belief that the Sasquatch is placed here on this planet by the gray aliens, and it's a biological recording device, and they're monitoring our planet. That's why we're not finding dead bodies. They come here for a period of time, and then they're taken back up to the ship or whatever dimension they're coming from. Wherever they're coming from, they leave. That's why we're not finding dead bodies. But it was so massive. It was just so big. Like, it was so tall. Seriously, it would have to be 10 feet tall. I could tell where it was and like what trees it was next to. I was making a mental note. I was making a mental note. Like, I didn't have my phone with me. I was like, make a mental note, you know, and let's go up there and see how big the Sasquatch was standing next to the tree. It would have to be 10 feet tall. But the other thing about like how big it is, its shoulders would have had to be 4 or 5 feet wide. Something like that. It was huge. When it went back into the forest, there was also like this crashing sound, and it's clear that it broke a branch going back into the forest. It would have to be 4 or 5 feet wide. The thickness of the Sasquatch was gigantic. I have a lot of cameras set up. I have cameras set up on the barn. I have cameras set up in the woods. I guarantee you 100% As president of the Bigfoot community, by the way, if you don't know, my name's Peter Caine. I'm president of the Bigfoot community, and I've been president for the Bigfoot community for years now. I guarantee 100% that I will get Bigfoot on video. By the way, it was a giant male buck, bull, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call it. You can call it a bull, you can call it a buck. A group of Sasquatch is a tribe. Two together, that's a deuce. That's just Sasquatch and Bigfoot research terms that we use. It was a giant male. Not just its height, its girth, but I guarantee you, as president of the Bigfoot community, I will get this Bigfoot on video. I want everybody to know the truth, that Bigfoot and Sasquatch are real, and we are not alone on this planet. They're already here, they're monitoring us, and they're monitoring our environment with Bigfoot. That's exactly what Bigfoot is. It's a biological recording device. I saw it, I know what I saw, my neighbors saw it too. Many people in this area have seen these Bigfoot, and this one in particular is encroaching upon our territory. We're not encroaching upon theirs. They're coming down closer to us. Maybe they're trying to communicate. Absolutely gorgeous specimen. I'm gonna get proof. I am gonna get proof that Bigfoot and Sasquatch is real. When the other Bigfoot researchers, who by the way, most of them are just hoaxers, that's what they're doing. When they talk about bullshit, I deliver. They talk bullshit. President of the Bigfoot community, Peter Caine, I deliver.